Look, I'm saying, and it's not you. You are not a serious manager. And then I'm saying to you, don't even get me angry. I'm saying to you, and it's not that look, Liverpool has sacked you. You were supposed to lose the job in November, and you are making me sit here to even lose my voice and even cry out. Why? Why? What should we do on this law? Why? Why?
Glory, Manchester United, and they are back in the Champions League, and it's on for them as they book their place in next year's Champions League. They will definitely go on. It's possible that they can go and win the Champions League. We'll talk about Carrick staying or a new coach coming to take the job at United. We'll also fly to Spain, where some tension is brewing between Mbaape, but a bromance between Bellingham and Vinicius Jnr, and they are kind of throwing shades to Kylian Mbaape. We'll also go to Spain and talk about that. The champions-elect, Barcelona, also won during the weekend. Then we fly to Italy and say and ask or beg the question, Lautaro Martinez, is it time to say goodbye to this football in Italy and go elsewhere to be a new king or fight and move from your comfort zone? My name is the King Ajo. This is Ajo Talk Football, and I have with me here Kwame, Nana, and the Pep Junior boy. Please do want to subscribe to the channel. We've seen some positive effects on the channel. Positive effects on the channel. It's going very, very well. And I must say big ups to all of you for the support and the subscription. Please do want to subscribe. My name is the King Ajo. Let's start talking. Guys, United, they are back in the Champions League. We know you're not happy. Nana, let me come to you. Don't give me that smile. Don't give me that smile. But we'll go to Liverpool. But before that, as a pundit, how impressed are you with the way Man U play their football now? They are thriving on the quick transitions, and they want to be comfortable, conserve energy, and hit on the counter. How impressed are you with United? And Carrick, is he getting the job this time around?
I think I've always said that. Sorry, pardon me for my voice today.
Your voice is
my voice is
for the gospel. I know.
So, I've always been a fan of Michael Carrick having the United job, but will he be able to face the trials and tribulations when they rise up with them playing Champions League football, Carabao, FA Cup, and then the Premier League? Because he came into a United setup where they had to play only the Premier League. They could have enough 2 weeks rest and then come back to play Premier League. But that being said, Michael Carrick has done a very fantastic job. He's brought joy to the United setup. A player like Benjamin Sesko became his very good substitution point, and then he always gave him the goals. A player like Brian Mbeumo, I think his form has dipped a bit, but he's still giving in numbers. Amad Diallo, I might say, I don't know what's happening to him right now. But I'll say that I think Michael Carrick deserves the job. He's done a fantastic job at United, and then with his tactical play and setup, I think Michael Carrick, what he's playing at United is not his deserved or his right tactical approach to games. At Middlesbrough is very different. Michael Carrick has adapted to the players and then the resources he has at United now. So going into the transfer market, and provided he becomes the manager, he's going in for midfielders, he's going in for players that will adapt to his technical style of play. And I think he'll be a very, 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 I wouldn't say very, he'll be a success at United. So going into the next season, if Michael Carrick gets the job, I think and I know that Michael Carrick will be a fantastic coach for United.
Kevin, does he get the job? And can he combine domestic games and European games as a young coach, basically?
So the first thing I want to ask the United fans who want him to leave is that, is he a coach or not? He is a coach. Now, when you analyze it, the people that want him to leave, what they want is identity. They want to see his identity. But in modern football, there are a lot of people that crave for pragmatism right now. When you're playing a certain identity and it's not working, they'll tell you that be pragmatic, do this, do that.
Sure.
But when you're also pragmatic, they'll tell you that find an identity. So that's what they are looking for. They want you to get a coach that will be playing somewhat an attractive football, or you get a coach that will be playing a defensive system. You are getting a coach who is not doing either of it.
Good.
He's playing attacking football. He can defend very well. You want him to leave because you think he doesn't have experience. The top coaches you brought into the team, they've all failed you since Ferguson came. They've all failed you. You brought in Mourinho. Mourinho failed you. Mourinho, apart from the Europa League he won for Manchester United. He failed Manchester United.
But I think Mourinho has been a successful coach after Alex Ferguson in United.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was second and he said that's their best ever
Good.
record and stuff.
Yeah. So, but then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer also was second with Manchester United.
What did he win?
Mourinho won the Europa.
Mourinho was second in the next season. He was not second in the Europa League season.
But he won a trophy. I mean,
He was not second in the Europa League.
They had won a trophy too.
He said being second was the biggest achievement for him over there. So to him, he's prizing the second even above the Europa League that he won. You get it? So when you're Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was also second for Manchester United. At the point they were leading the table, and then Manchester City just went on a winning streak and then overtook the first spot. You have Michael Carrick, who is a qualified coach. You cannot deny his CV. He's already a player who has played as a Manchester United player. He's been very successful, not just successful. He understands the Manchester United team more than any other coach that you could bring. Unless you go and bring a former United player. He understands him more than them. He understands what it takes to win. He's been under the most successful Manchester United coach ever, under Ferguson. You can't describe the standards to him. You can't.
But why are they scared? Why is the fear?
For me, I think it's the legends, or what they call themselves, the legends or the senior players.
Rio
Ferdinand, Roy Keane. That guy, he's also always focused on negativity, and he's hiding behind the curtain of being a serial winner, having a particular mentality. I think that thing has to stop. Roy Keane, he will criticize you and when someone does something good, you say, oh, there are higher standards, so we should not praise that person. Football is psychology. You get it? When you win, you have to celebrate so that you crave that feeling more and more.
Good.
But Roy Keane wants us to dismiss that. That's not good. And I don't understand. See, Roy Keane, you're not the greatest defensive midfielder of all time.
That's it.
So you are not the standard of defensive midfield. You are not the standard of football. So you can't tell someone how to feel mentally, how someone should side themselves for football matches. You are an abysmal football coach. Yes. So you can't come and tell a football coach he's been successful as a player and now he's trying to do very well as a football coach. At Middlesbrough, a lot of people gave him praise for what he was doing at Middlesbrough. He almost promoted Middlesbrough. So you're not the one to come and tell him that he should come and coach well for...
Okay. Let me come to this. One fear factor will be the fact that they bring in quality materials, and maybe he cannot use them, or also juxtapose Champions League football and domestic football. It happened to Frank Lampard, where he had a very good season with Chelsea. The next season, they brought in Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and co. And he was all over the place. Your take on the United, Buha, will they move on? If it's Buha in itself.
Ajo, I get where the fear is coming from. Over some period of years, United has got it wrong in terms of managerial appointment. So definitely, from a United standpoint, a new manager coming in, there's going to raise some sort of fear for the club. However, appointment has always been a gamble because you don't know the future.
Sure.
But in as much as it's a gamble, there are certain indicators that makes you think that this person is right or not. The question is, does Michael Carrick deserve the job? Yes. What qualifies someone to deserve a job? His track record. What has been his track record since he came into Manchester United? He picked them from a very bad position and took them to third, competing for the English Premier League and eventually qualifying to the Champions League. So he deserves it. But does he deserve it? Enough question to ask. I don't think so. The best question to ask is, can he sustain the performance if he's given the job next season?
No, fit.
Let's ask the right questions, Ajo. We are talking about a Michael Carrick that picked up Middlesbrough. When you look at his identity as a coach, he's someone that thrives on short distances, short passes. He comes to a Manchester United team. He doesn't have the players that will fit into his identity. So he adapted to the players of Manchester United. So this is not Michael Carrick's identity. Should he be given the job? Is he going to be given that autonomosity to be able to, or absolute control, to be able to now implement his identity in Manchester United? If yes, that means that you have to use a different crop of players. Would the Ineos team or the Manchester United management give him that absolute control over the team? The second question that we need to ask is that, what phase is Manchester United in currently? Are they in the rebuilding phase? have they already taken off? Because if we are able to identify the phase that Manchester United is, it's going to help us to be able to measure the metric of success of Michael Carrick next season if he's being given the job. If he's in the rebuilding phase, I think that first to fit is comfortable for him.
Yeah.
If the club thinks that he has taken off, then he should be competing for the EPL title. So that is genuine question that we need to ask. But I think that Manchester United, as you see, is not in a complete financial situation to be allowed Michael Carrick to make any signing that he wants next season.
So, sorry, you finished. I mean, I wanted
Oh,
to
yeah,
ask.
if
I
you want
really wanted to ask. So, who do you think is the perfect manager for Manchester United?
No, the thing is, okay, let me come in. Let me drop some. If you go into the market and you bring in a new coach, maybe a World Cup coach, let's say Nagelsmann, he comes in, his ideas has to be fresh. It won't work immediately. Pre-season will give him that ample time to get used to the players.
For sure.
They can start the season bad. They can start the season good. End up fit. Is it a good one for them? Probably yes, because you get Champions League football again. They can't win the Champions League or the EPL next season, depending on who their coach is next season. That's facts.
Okay.
They can win it.
They can't
you
win
won
it.
with my.
No, they
Thomas
can't
Tuchel.
win it. Like, do you know why I say they can't win it?
They can't win
Because they've not combined Champions League football intensively with EPL in a long time. So it will be difficult. So if you give Carrick the job, he has seen these players for some months now.
Okay.
He knows them. He has to be Holland backing him. Bring in players that can play what he's playing right now.
Simple.
If he changes, you guys are saying he has a style. If he changes what he's playing right now, 10th.
And then Ajo, if you give him that opportunity to continue the setup that he's playing with, I think he's going to be exposed heavily next season.
That's what you were saying last time.
Yes, I'm saying that because when you look at the setup of Michael Carrick, one of the things that has guaranteed him continuous success is the mentality.
What's his style of play?
See, I don't get mentality. You guys.
No, Kelvin, but he plays football.
So no, he's saying mentality. What is guaranteeing their success? It is not mentality. Football is practical. It is science. Meanwhile, you're talking about the players' mentality over here. I get that. Mentality is an aspect over here. Why did West Ham beat Manchester United? They overcrowded the central area. That's why they could not get that 5-winning streak. Was it mentality? On that day, mentality was not there. No. It was tactical. You have to go down. It is tactical. The reason why they won against Manchester against Arsenal, it's not mentality. It's an aspect of it. But they won against Arsenal because on the day they were tactically superior.
But it plays a role, doesn't it?
I'm saying it's an aspect. But when it works, people say mentality. When it doesn't work, people say, what is the measurement? Do you have a ruler to measure mentality over here? You can't. People always say this. This is not the first time I'm actually hearing this because it's been building up. A lot of people, when you were maybe last minute, you get a team scoring last minute winners mentality. When they
mentality
don't do it,
monsters.
their mentality are down. Real Madrid, when they get comebacks, mentality is good. When they are not doing well, mentality is bad. Tell me which player wants to lose on the field. Tell me which player wants to lose.
Anyways.
Leverkusen, the reason why they went on this one, I get that there's mentality over here, but you have to, this guy, Xabi Alonso, he made it in a way that he said they should play the same way they were playing from the start to the finish. So they were disciplined tactically. They did not switch even when they were go down. So they were disciplined tactically to the end. That's why they knew that eventually they were going to get the goal. They kept on pushing what they were doing.
Kelvin,
and they got
interesting take. What I'm trying to tell you is that it is mentality that has sustained the reach of form because there are a lot of loopholes associated with this Manchester United team. If you are talking about tactics, let me tell you a fact that Michael Carrick's Manchester United was not even as intense as Ruben Amorim's Manchester United.
Intensity. So, see, be quantitative. What was the intensity? Tell me the difference. You get it? Tell me
even when they are pressing, it's not as intense as what Ruben Amorim was doing. When you check this Michael Carrick team,
pressing intensity is an aspect of playing football. It is not the only way of playing football. I choose to press. So I asked Michael Carrick. I chose not to press the way Amorim was pressing. The guy who chose to press has lost. I chose not to press, and I'm winning. Arsenal, Manchester City chose not to press against Arsenal. Did you win or not? He won. So it's a tactical decision. It is not a mentality
on an average.
Yes.
Do you guys think if he sustains the counter-attacking football next season, he succeeds? Bringing in good midfielders to play how Casemiro is playing.
The guy is practical. He is being practical. So if he's practical to the very end, he will be successful as long as he wishes. It is being see one.
Your measure of success for him is what?
A measure of success
for him, Carrick.
So Manchester United will set their objectives. So if he's able to meet those objectives, then he's successful. If he cannot meet those
What
objectives,
is yours for
No,
Carrick?
but he's asking what is yours.
I'm not the for me.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So Manchester United for their level right now, I don't think they have a squad depth. So top 4 next season is an objective.
And Champions League, where do they get to?
Realistic for them. So Champions League. So like I said, they don't have squad depth. So again, Champions League get out of the group stages. Again, the first round of 8.
That's very minimum for them for you.
Yes, because they don't have squad depth.
But they'll buy players in the summer.
They've not bought practical. They've not bought.
But they'll buy definitely. I
They
mean,
will, they've
but
not.
Kelvin, let's be realistic here. There's no way.
So if
summer
they
window
buy-
is open, a man you won't buy midfielders.
if
or
they buy-
they need 2 midfielders. So
If
let's
they
be
buy,
realistic.
then you assess the quality. If they buy, Liverpool had a lot of quality last season. They were first in the group stages and got knocked out
in the round of 16.
Okay, I'm sure we've consumed enough from United. Let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool, I'm even scared. How do you lose a game and I'm scared?
And it's not even a serious manager. Because honestly speaking, we lack attackers. Ekitike injured. Isak pick up a minor injury. Salah is injured. On your bench, you have Rio Ngomoa. You have Federico Chiesa. And you decide to start.
Is that the reason you lost your voice?
No. Ajo, I'm actually angry. Don't even make me laugh. You start Jeremy Frimpong on the right. You start Jeremy Frimpong on the right side of a wing. Whilst and you play a certain Curtis Jones as a right back. Whilst you have a certain Joe Gomez who is fit on the bench, and you decide to play Curtis Jones as a right back and play what's his name?
Frimpong.
Jeremy Frimpong on the wing. Whilst you have fit wingers in Federico Chiesa and Rio Ngomoa. Rio Ngomoa was introduced in the 74th minute into the game. You played him as a right wing. The guy likes to play on the left wing. He changed to the left wing and see what he caused. See, look, in as much as the guy is young, his end product is not good. But look, he brought a certain threat to the game. And you introduce a certain Federico Chiesa in the 84th minute. What should Chiesa do with 9 minutes in the game? Look, I'm saying, Arne, you are not a serious manager. And then I'm saying to you, don't even get me angry. I'm saying to you, Arne Slot, that look, Liverpool has to sack you. You were supposed to lose the job in November, and you are making me sit here to even lose my voice and even cry out. Why? What should we do, Arne Slot? Why? Why? Oh, look, you signed a certain Alexander Isak. You signed Ekitike. Look, you have signed all the players. We have given you whatever you want.
Charlie, we don't get strapped up for you. If you get strapped up, that's saying, then give me some more effective for them.
You enter into the game and then look. The first half was very symbolic from Liverpool. First half was very symbolic. Second half, you come in, you get into the game, and then you. Jesus Christ!
I'm not gonna get 500 followers.
Look, Ajo, I'm telling you something. Arne Slot doesn't have identity. Can you tell me the identity of Arne Slot? He doesn't have identity. He doesn't have man management. He doesn't have he doesn't have.
I can tell you the identity.
Masha.
He's a Dutch loyalist.
Okay, look, he doesn't even have the personality. Somehow, and it's not is letting the senior players in Liverpool leave. Joe Gomez is leaving at the end of the season. Mohamed Salah is leaving at the end of the season. Andy Robertson is leaving at the end of the season. And then we have a certain Curtis Jones you want to sell. And it's not, what do you want to do with Liverpool?
Who replaces him in your books?
Oh, Massa, it is clear, it is factual. The club legend, Xabi Alonso. I need you, man.
My coach will be the advanced talks now.
Fine, yeah.
See why they lose? I don't like how they lose.
You see, honestly speaking, like it's like the image has been printed. Everyone can see that Liverpool needs Xavi Alonso because Arne Slot doesn't have a relationship with the players. Arne Slot doesn't have a relationship with the fans. Because for you to thrive as a Liverpool manager, you need a relationship with the fans. You need a relationship with the players. Arne Slot has lost everything, but I don't know why. Arne Slot is still a Liverpool coach.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? The way he's crying over here. The way he's crying over here that Frimpong is playing right wing. Xabi Alonso will come and play in right wing.
Right wing back.
No, you see,
he plays in right wing sometimes.
No. Kelvin, I'm coming. Xavi Alonso has an identity.
That's his coach.
So when he comes in with a certain identity, we respect that. But you don't have an identity. You sit here and you tell me that you are playing a certain Jeremy Frimpong on the right. Whilst you have Rio Ngomoa. Charlie, I join him to
Liverpool fans. Please come and subscribe and then help him. We beg you. If you don't come. Anyways, let's move to Spain. That be where some low-key war is happening. Mbaape versus Vinicius Jnr. in collaboration with what? Jude Bellingham. They won yesterday. But I picked something different from the game. They were train sheets. And now it's becoming clear that Mbaape, even though the general problem is Don Perez because he brought him to the club and he has given him that power to do what he's doing, Mbaape is being exposed by his players, sending signals that they are not happy that he was not even around, even if you are injured, chilling with the new girlfriend while the season is ongoing. But my problem is even with the Arbeloa is not a serious person. In terms of coaching, how do you come out again and defend that? Oh, he's injured, so he can do whatever he wants. Now, in recent times in football, when the player is injured, he sits at the back and supports from the bench. You flew. I don't know. He has come back. Yeah. Maybe there's someone need to come back and explain because it's not the best. The girl, he needed a girlfriend. That one that was clear. He was too much, about too much. He needed a girl, but I don't want the girl to influence him negatively. So I don't know, Kelvin, coming from you, you are a Barcelona fan.
Yeah, I feel like football fans are talking too much.
Oh really?
Yes. The guy is injured. The season is almost over. He's not going to play a single game over there. He's not the Real Madrid captain. He's not Florentino Perez's son. What should he do at Spain? He does not live in Spain. Maybe temporarily for now. I don't know if he has bought a house yet. Why do you want him to stay over there? His season is over. He's gone there. He didn't hire a paparazzi to come and take a picture of he and his girlfriend.
They moved him, yeah.
They were in a boat. And you were the one who took the picture. So what is wrong? When you are to home, do I have camera on you?
Why
do I know what you are
pointing?
doing? Everyone, because it's getting too much. The guy is spending time with his girlfriend. What is wrong with that? He's not partying.
But is it the right
was
time?
partying in the middle of the season.
The Madrid fans
He'll
are
come
asking,
and
is
still
it the
deliver.
right time to be doing that?
It's the right time. I feel like, if no picture was taken, you wouldn't be talking over here.
Simple.
Yes, the guy went. He shouldn't come back safe. Why people? They're making it.
Before I come to you, should we read minutes into what Vinny said after the game on his IG?
I think what Vinicius said tells us a lot about what is happening in the dressing room of Real Madrid.
Basically.
It tells us a lot. I've always said that the problem of Real Madrid has always been the bigger picture, which is Florentino Perez. I'm saying that because Florentino Perez has been in Real Madrid for quite a number of years. He understands the culture of Real Madrid. So he understands a coach that would thrive in the Real Madrid dressing room. Every coach that has already thrived in the Real Madrid dressing coach is someone who knows how to manage the players. Arbeloa, the managed player. The man management of Real Madrid.
Charlie, be very careful.
The man management of Real Madrid has become a major problem for Real Madrid. Before Mbaape came into the team or walked into the team, there were a lot of reports as to why the two of them are not going to correlate in terms of their ideology of football. Yeah. Because when you put Vinicius on the left, Mbaape won't also stay in the box to give you that box presence. He's also drifting apart. So what you need in the team is someone who is going to talk into the team to be able to help the team get that cohesion that they need. Arbeloa failed. Xabi Alonso wanted to instill an identity in Real Madrid and forfeited the man management part of it. Why? Because the players thought that they were bigger than him. So in Real Madrid, the culture deserves someone who is bigger than the players. And that is the major problem that Florentino Perez deserves to solve. He knows it. He understands it. That is not the point that he's come to change culture. He needs to find a culture which is already there. Find a coach that suits the culture. In my point of view, Jose Mourinho or someone who has understood football, has grown within the ranks of football to come and help coach these boys. Because let me tell you, the Galacticos that we saw, this crop of players are nowhere close to the Galacticos. But even that period of time, they were being managed properly. Not an Mbaape who is not a Champions League winner, a Vinicius who is a Champions League winner, but not a World Cup winner. These players are normal players. Yes, they have egos.
Mbaape is a normal player.
But you can't compare them to those of the time that we used to.
Just Mbaape is a normal
Kaka
player.
was
Listen, I think I was. Why was I even listening to this? Someone was asking. In the last 5 years,
Sure.
okay, I was in a space. In the last 5 years, has he been the best player in the world?
Vinicius?
No, Mbaape.
Mbappe has been the best player in the world.
When?
In the last
When?
5 years.
Has he won anything that makes him the best player in the world?
What has he won that
Kelvin.
makes him established to be
What makes him the best
established
player in the
as
world?
best player in
The
the
current
world?
best player in the world is Dembele. He's better than Mbaape currently. We can't argue that, right? So that point is even valid. So he has to just become a team player.
So, sorry, Ajo.
Yeah.
So let me tackle the paparazzi bit and then come into
quick one,
Mbaape.
yeah.
Good. So with the paparazzi bit, Mbaape has a private life. Let's cut him some slack. The guy is injured, and when you are injured, you are not. Is it part of a team culture that when you are injured, you are supposed to be in a stadium to watch a game? No, the guy's season has ended, so let the guy just have some slack. But I will say, prior to Mbaape joining Real Madrid, you saw what Jude Bellingham and Vinicius achieved with Real Madrid in the Champions League. Mm-hmm. There was cohesion. There was unity. Good. After Mbaape joining, Real Madrid has not won a trophy. You can see that there's some disorganization. There are egos in there. Vinicius thinks I am the king. Mbaape also thinks I am the new king because a certain Florentino Perez has made it seem so. Because did you see Mbappe's outdooring in the new Bernabeu? He created this as though this is the new Ronaldo. Yeah. And then you are trying to create the impression that you are building a new Galactico. But Mbaape being a team player, I don't think will ever happen. Because even with his appointment as the national team captain for France, I still question it. Why should Mbaape be the national team captain? Because one, he's not a national leader. Mbaape is not a leader who bring people together. Yeah. Mbaape is a laissez-faire kind of leader who would want to impose himself on you. Hey, you do this. Even with the friendly games against Colombia.
We saw it.
You are coming in again in for some few minutes. I want the armband. Look, a natural leader doesn't need an armband to show that he's a leader on the field. Yeah. Look, Mbaape to be a team player, I don't think will ever happen. So Real Madrid should build something around that. That would be sustainable.
And that's bringing in Mourinho.
Good, fine. But Mbaape being a team player, I don't think will ever happen.
All right, guys, let's go back to Arsenal, the champions elect, the potential champions, Partey's former team. Now, I saw a different Arsenal against Fulham. Yeah. First of all, thank you, Marco Silva, for making Chelsea fans feel like you can't do the Chelsea job because Arsenal really destroyed you. But the intensity from Arsenal on the day, they played good football, they got the goals, they got goals for the goal difference, and they just finished the job and sent a signal out to City, who played today against Fulham, against Everton at the Dickinson Stadium. Jesse, talk to us, Arsenal.
I think prior to this game, what many people used to complain about Arsenal was creativity and how they were not able to create. Mikel Arteta had to solve it. How did he solve it? He fielded an 11 with attacking intent, taking Mbaape out for Calafiori, slotting in Miles Lewis-Kelly in his natural position.
Kelly was amazing.
And then Saka finding his form or his rhythm back was the answer for Arsenal. Yeah. You see, previous matches, you realize that Arsenal were not a forward-looking team. You look at Martin Odegaard, his passes were a little bit sideways. And then Eze steps in for Arsenal and makes the team a little forward-looking. My highlight for the game was Miles Lewis-Kelly.
Okay.
As a young guy who entered into the first team and has never played as a natural DM before, he gets that opportunity. How he slots in perfectly, dictates the tempo.
The more you slot, he can come and put a tie on your head, on your neck.
One thing about slots is that there's lost in slots. So when slot is losing,
Charlie,
you should understand.
Now that's a trigger word for me. I'm being honest with you. It's a trigger word for me.
So Miles Lewis-Kelly was excellent, and then how Bukayo Saka started the game, the way he fixed himself into the game, I think it was incredible for me. But I think that before we give Arteta the accolades, Fulham were also not daring. So I think that we should not hastily say that Arsenal is back. The only right time we can confidently say that Arsenal is back will be that game against Atletico Madrid. Okay. How they are going to break that Atletico Madrid setup and deal with that vertical expansivity of Atletico Madrid.
All right. Kelvin, Inter Milan, champions of Italy again. But I caught something from the celebration. It feels normal. Like the competition in Italy is not beautiful again. I feel like they've won it several times. I mean, Lautaro Martinez is still there. I saw him thinking that the managerial was like, it's time to move on. If you look at Inter Milan, they won't have the money to spend again big. You don't even get good money from winning the Italian Serie A. Does he move on? I'm looking at Spurs for him. Life under De Zerbi. or Barcelona wants a striker. What do you think for Lautaro Martinez, Kelvin? I come to Kwame, then we wrap up.
What you guys are missing out is that Lautaro does not want to be that guy we think he should be. Lautaro Martinez...
He wants to be a one-club guy?
I think he wants to be an Inter Milan legend. From what he's doing. I think he wants to become an Inter
Not to cut you, Mourinho said something about him. I think it's a trigger for him to move. No matter what you do in Italy, you'll never be like the Ronaldos.
That's because, not what he's looking for.
No, because for him, unluckily, the league is not helping him go.
He's not chasing individual glory. For what I'm saying.
Is that what he told you?
He's not. Now, like I said from what I'm saying, I interpret.
Okay.
Everyone can say whatever they want. We also want, like I just said, he wants him to move. What if that's not what he's thinking?
Oh,
well, from what I'm seeing, like I said, Lautaro Martinez has always dismissed rumors surrounding him going to a big club.
Yeah.
At a point, Barcelona wanted him to replace Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
He dismissed that rumor. They wanted him to move to the Premier League. He dismissed that as well. So it clearly indicates that the guy wants to stay in Inter Milan. And he also said they've won it, sir. They've not won it, sir. In the last 7 seasons, they've won 3. Juventus that won 11 years in a row said they were not tired of winning. So that 3 in 7 years.
I'm looking at the competition with the win. Like, do you feel like the competition is interesting? Like last season, Napoli made it a bit interesting, but this season it was a bit all Inter Milan, and he has won it before. He personally has won it several times.
The disappointment came when Inter Milan lost
the
the
Champions
League.
Yeah.
So had he won that Champions League, we will confidently be saying that he should stay. Now the uncertainty is coming from that Champions League loss right now. So I think Inter Milan, what they need to do now is to rebuild. They should rebuild and keep Lautaro Martinez. I don't want him to move from there. I've seen Lautaro Martinez at the Argentine national team, and then when he does not play that top 2 strikers, he does not really fit well as a lone striker anymore. I don't see that thing in him again. When you play in 2 systems, it will change your style of play. We saw that in Antoine Griezmann. We've seen it in a lot of strikers. Unless maybe you are Suarez, where even Suarez it had a bit of change in him. Suarez now wanted to do too much of the link-up play. Suarez knew how to do that and also had a striker's instinct. But when he moved over there, like in the latter part of his years, you see him at Inter Miami, and also when he went to his home country, it was a bit lost in Suarez, where he should stay in the box and do what a striker needs to do. So he has to be partnering with the top 2 strikers. That's Inter Milan will give him that opportunity. Going to the Premier League will not help him. I think his intensity has dropped.
I agree with Kelvin. Okay. Lautaro Martinez has found a niche for himself. He's comfortable in Italy. His family is at peace in Italy. He's got a system that fits his style of play. Lautaro Martinez likes to play as a 2-top. Which team in Europe plays 2 strikers? With the exception of Atletico Madrid. I don't think he would be willing to join Atletico Madrid. Okay. So he's found himself in Italy and Inter Milan where he's comfortable. His family is at peace. I don't think the guy is willing to change. I don't think the guy...
more money.
It's not about the money for Lautaro. Okay. And then it's not about individual glory, as Kelvin said, for Lautaro.
Oh, that's nice.
It's about a certain kind of peace he has in Italy where he's recognized as a king. For Inter now, as a club captain, where is he leaving to? So I think Lautaro won't leave him.
All right, guys. It's God and everything football. Your weekend games review. My name is Ken Ajo. Please subscribe. We'll see you. We're out.